and welcome back to the Graceful Rebuild Podcast. I am your host, Lena and Maddie. We are your hosts, Lena and Maddie. I have not two people come on. We're back with a little bit of a life update. We took Christmas and New Year's kind of just going over things that we could do better in our podcast, just kind of take a break too. And then also our beautiful Maddie got engaged on the 31st.
Don't be washed up.
Yes. The wife gotcha. Almost welcome to the wifey club. It's fun. So that happened over break. Of course, we have Christmas.
Yep. I turned 22.
Yeah. She got engaged on her second birthday.
Yes.
And it was New Year's Eve. And all the things.
All the things.
Yes.
That
was so fun. We got to pull that off. That was a surprise that was pulled off for since September. So every time we recorded, I've definitely known in the back of my head that this was going to happen. How do you feel about me lying to you?
I don't trust anyone now. I should have told her, she was literally, I dyed her hair,
yes,
around the same time. No, it was the day before.
Yes.
It happened. I was like, I think it might be happening on my birthday. And she was like, no, he would have included me.
Yeah,
and oh my gosh.
I told really big lies.
So I don't trust her anymore.
One thing I've always been told is I'm a secret spy. So the secret spies came in handy.
Yeah, my boyfriend likes to, my fiance, hold on, update, grade, hold on. My fiance likes to make fun of her and call her a Russian spy.
There's another one that he calls me, which is so funny.
KDB or something?
Yeah, we're excited to have him part of the family now. It's so exciting.
Yeah. We got to spend Christmas a little bit with our girls too. We got to shower them with gifts and redo your daughter's room.
Yeah, she had a makeover. Roommate got a bunk bed with a slide. What kid can say that they've got a slide on their bed?
We wrestled her tent. I got her at this tent off of Facebook Marketplace, and I might have said a few ugly things as we were trying to put that thing together. Because I was like, there was no instructions. There was literally a pile of poles in a tent.
Be careful with Marketplace, people.
It's like, darn, people didn't give us enough poles. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But we got it up.
We realized though later on it must have been shrunk through the dryer. I don't think you wash those things.
Yeah, I mean it smelled good. So
yeah,
she doesn't speak English. I'm sure that had something.
What's a gift that you got that was your favorite?
The ring.
Yeah, I guess that would count.
I mean, besides the ring, I don't really know. I got a robe that I'm obsessed with.
Is it the
that is weird. Oh my gosh, it's like wearing a blanket because I stay cold. And then, gosh, I can't even remember what I got now.
You joined the Stanley cult.
I did join the Stanley cult. I didn't know it.
It's
and
so
he didn't even give it to me until after Christmas. He gave this to me a week ago.
Oh,
y'all, it is literally. It is what is today? January what?
13th?
13th when we're filming this.
Yeah.
And he gave me the Stanley afterwards. Cult. And it hiding up in his closet. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
they have I just seen that they have some at Target now. The Valentine edition with their $50. I can't justify it.
I can't either. I wouldn't spend the $40, but hey, it wasn't my money.
Yes, but it's so cute though.
It is cute. I've already scuffed it. It dropped out of my vehicle today, and when I got out of work, it just threw itself at me.
I like Owala. I have Hydro Jug, but the reason I hate these is they make you can't get that apart, and it gets nasty and
grimy.
Yeah. So you have to replace the lids. They basically you get to keep the cup, but you have to replace the lids unless someone out there knows how to get the freaking dang lid off.
Yeah.
And the straw out there. Let me know.
Girl, I was using a Walmart cup. I went and bought myself
the dupe of that.
Yes.
Literally, it looks like that.
That's why he was mad at me when I bought my cup. He was trashing Stanley's for ever. Because I was trying to find one on Facebook Marketplace. Because I'm not gonna spend the $40 on it.
Yeah.
I'll find a Stanley that's been used.
25 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, it's okay. So I went and got me a 40-ounce one from Walmart for $12.
It's cute.
It is cute. And it does its job.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, I never understood the obsession. I want a working water bottle, stainless steel.
It
keeps my drinks cold.
Yeah.
40 ounces to 30. That's kind of what I use. We also drink a lot of water. That is one thing you should know about us.
Yes.
We are constantly drinking water.
We're chugging water. Well, I didn't used to. I literally hate water.
Till we finally got on the electrolyte train. My people, you guys should get electrolytes.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm going to say it. It helps with trauma. Helps with trauma.
Yes. I would like to know how you got.
Flavor. There's something about the flavor that's comforting. Water.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, I gotta tell you all a story. You want to know what it's like having trauma? We're about to tell you what it's like having trauma. I haven't told you this, but I did tell you know who it earlier. So I woke up. Okay, let's backtrack. It started at that pot of soup over there. I have a crock pot sitting over here.
Delish.
And I was supposed to, I had an alarm set for 4 in the morning and I was going to turn it off.
No.
Yeah. Well, I woke up in the middle of the night and I got so triggered by the smell of that soup. Like my
that's
whole
very-
body started like I felt like I needed to puke. I was nauseated. I couldn't go to sleep. I had to go turn the soup off at like 2 in the morning. And I
Dang.
figured it out. The reasoning was, and this story is a little bit trigger warning. We'll just put that out there. My dad had us eat soup one time that was undercooked. Like the beans were all undercooked, and I wound up getting food
Were they
poisoning.
crunchy?
They were crunchy.
Oh.
And he said they were fine, and they weren't. And then I wound up getting food poisoning. I threw up all night long.
Ew.
So anytime I
no.
smell that smell,
Was it the same soup or was it
was a very
something similar?
very, very similar. That
Oh,
minus the
that's
noodles.
awful.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never been.
That would make sense. Like,
I've never had my body react that way. So like, freak me out.
so it's almost like an aversion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I have like an aversion to any like sort of like bologna, peanut butter jelly sandwiches. It's like, nope, I won't eat them that
Yeah.
often because we would eat them so much as a kid.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's interesting as
yeah.
you get to know us, and that's kind of what this episode is going to be about. It's just like us
Yes.
yapping, you guys listening.
You guys
if
get
you
to
want
know us
to.
better.
Yeah, because we're just going to talk and asking each other fun questions.
Take a
We
break
just
from
thought we'd go
trauma.
like, well, kind of.
Yeah. But-
it's hard to take a break from something that was such a dominant part of your life.
Yeah,
Does that make
that's very
sense?
true.
It's like
Like
you
it's the
try to
majority.
avoid like the topic, but then somebody will ask you like, "Does your family live close by?"
Yes.
And you're like, "Well, I mean,
And then it's awkward. And it's like, yeah, speaking of family,
tell me
Oh.
about your childhood."
Okay.
Like, yep, can't tell you about that without there being some wacko stuff coming out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just basically tell people, well, I grew up in a very abusive home. Don't talk to my parents anymore, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really give them any.
I got excommunicado.
But the reason I said like electrolytes like help with trauma is because like there's something comforting about the flavor and just when you're having a panic attack or you can just drink water.
I'm just trying to get it down.
Yeah.
It's just
I
so
like
bland.
water. I like water though.
Water is so bland.
Yeah. I also grew up just drinking water though. That was we didn't
We were
get
only allowed to
sodas
drink
and-
water too, but well, we were allowed milk in the morning, and then water was every other meal. And then if we were lucky, if we went to a restaurant, sometimes we'd get lunch
Yeah, sometimes we did that. That's funny.
when we were good children. Just
yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's kind of so we have wedding planning, so bear with us as we step into like all of that.
Yeah. It's
We will do our
crazy.
best to record, but we may have to skip some weeks here and
Yeah.
there with like honeymoon, wedding, all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. So,
Yeah.
which is okay. We're not here to be perfect.
no,
That's what this podcast is about.
No, we're in our socks as usual.
Yes, I'm in my cozy pants.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I don't think we intentionally planned this.
To match. No.
That's
And
hilarious.
I think we both just love the color green, as you
Yeah.
can see with all the. I know you guys can't see like the full room, but
So
like
cute.
there's green like everywhere.
It's
I'm
cute.
kind of obsessed. Wedding planning is going crazy, by the way, for anybody that follows. We finally picked out a venue, and then now we've got to solidify catering and photography, and
Boy.
I've already got my bridesmaids picked out. This is my matron of honor.
My
Who
first
could've
time being a
guessed?
matron of honor.
I know.
I'm excited.
Yeah, got
What
all
an honor.
their dresses out.
Obsessed with my dress.
Oh my god. Colors are picked out. We're doing like a light blue, light pink. It's very me. Parker just
Yeah.
agreed. Yeah. Outdoor wedding, indoor reception. It's gonna be nice.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Do you have
nice.
a potential date?
June 6th.
Okay.
We're thinking June 6th, but it's kind of like in the air.
So it'll probably be around May or June.
yeah.
yeah, so
It's
stay tuned.
probably gonna be June 6th though.
So then when we're recording next in that season, we'll be in a whole new house. Yes, we
Yeah.
will.
You'll be in my husband's house.
Mm-hmm.
My house. My house.
Their house.
Not just mine. I'm just kidding.
I say my sometimes forgetting like other people live there. I did that too.
Yeah.
I'm like my room. I'm like, oh, whoopsie, our room.
Actually, we both sleep here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's new in your life?
Oh, I had a nasty cold for like a week. Ugh. Just now getting over it, so if I'm like coughing a little bit randomly here and there, that's just what that's
She's
from.
getting me sick so I can skip work.
Okay. That yeah.
I'm
That's
just
totally what I'm
kidding.
doing. Yeah.
I think I was the one that gave it to you.
Yeah.
She, like, slept over, like, a weekend ago, and then, like, a
Oh,
couple days later and I'm like, my throat was bothering me, but nothing else, and then a couple days later, she started getting sick, and I
I
was
came
like I
down.
did, but I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Oh, we're just trying to figure out goals for the new year. We were potentially wanting to move, but may not end up happening. So I don't know. Things are in the air right now
Yeah.
with all of that.
Yeah.
So
Well, her daughter turns 6
the end of this month.
in this month. Yeah.
Ew. Oh my gosh. I have a 6-year
She
old.
has a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old.
That's crazy. Oh, my baby's gonna, and then my baby will be 2 this year. Wow.
The end of the year, honey. You got a long
I
way to go.
know. I know.
Uh,
But the baby years are over.
I know. She's still cute and chubby
She's still
and
baby though, kind of.
yeah.
Hers nothing but a baby.
Hers always been a baby.
Yep. So just trying to parent and figure out what we're gonna do for homeschool this next fall, which I think I have a relatively good idea for that.
What she's gonna do, y'all, is she's gonna pitch a tent in the back of the yard, and it's gonna be a one-room schoolhouse.
Yes, that's actually a good idea.
And
Just like a
she's
desk.
she have like a chalkboard,
Oh,
like actual chalk. Like it's
oh,
gonna be
we're doing
great.
old school,
Oh
like old
yeah,
school. Oh,
yeah. And she's gonna have her books. She's gonna like frolic down the lane to
yeah. Wrap it up
school, wrap it up in
in the
twine.
belt or whatever.
Was it
Yeah.
oh, they
Paid attention to it too. They did. They would put them in a belt or a piece of twine and carry them off to
I
school.
gotta know, did you pretend that you were like what's the name? Mary and is it
It's
Mary and
Laura,
Laura?
Mary, and Carrie.
Did you used to pretend?
Yeah, we actually got dresses when we were kids. They bought us one Christmas. We all got pioneer dresses with the bonnets. I have pictures. Yeah, looking back, my word.
Yes. My siblings were obsessed with it. I read the books.
We read the
Um,
books like 50 times and then we went through all the seasons of them. Like,
So my dad took us to see all of the sites. Like there's like some in Missouri and I think
Missouri Town. Did you guys go to Missouri Town?
I don't know. They had like a fake
It's where?
somewhere.
That'd be cool.
But they literally had like all the different like book towns.
You
or
know, she
something.
was from here.
Yeah. And
Isn't
she
that-
lived in was it South Dakota that she lived?
Yeah, she kind of moved around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to pretend that. In their little lunch pails and they would put a piece of cloth over their, yeah.
No.
It was like bread and something else. I don't remember. And eggs, I think.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Nellie Olson. Man. Do you remember Nellie Olson?
Yes. Blonde hair.
Oh, she was
blue eyes.
forceful. Yeah. Her mother, though. She gets it from her mother.
Yeah, her mom was a
Oh,
double ass.
yeah. Horrible.
Yeah, it's like when girls talk about like the popular mean girl in school, and you're like, you mean Nellie Olson?
Yep. But we were also homeschooled, so I didn't know what the trend was in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. Do you know what it was by any chance?
It depends on what you mean by early 2000s. Because I quit going to school in like 2018. Yeah,
Oh,
28. Because I finished the rest of 8th grade and then all of high school being homeschooled. So like I went through middle school.
wait, what
and
year did you
public,
graduate high school?
2022.
Oh, I graduated 2017.
Yeah, honey, you're 5 years older than me. Yeah, it's called Maya.
Oh, that was a long time ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, one more year and you'll be 10 years removed.
I wonder if they'll do a homeschool
Reunion?
alumni or whatever reunion.
Yeah, I always wondered if mine would ever do that, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know who to contact.
It would be kind of cool to go.
It'd be
Being
yeah,
married now.
I would look totally you and I would look totally different going to a homeschool or high school reunion. Like, can you imagine just like walking up
Do
in
they
there
do
and be
those
like,
yearly or is it just like every 10 years you do
I
one?
think you do like 5, 10, 25. Like, it
Oh,
just
so I missed my
depends.
5-year one. Dang it.
Maybe if they did it. Sometimes they don't even do them. I graduated with like 9 other people.
Yeah, we graduated with a homeschool group called FHE, Families for Home Education. There was,
We were CCHE, Christian Cumberland Home Educator.
oh, you were in Kentucky, I forgot.
Yeah.
You weren't in Missouri quite yet.
No. No.
Yeah, wow. I think it's crazy how fast life is going. That's insane to think about. That's
It seems
already
like those days would never end though. You
Yeah.
ever, like, think back at it and you're like, "Man, I thought I was never."
all the time. I remember being, 17 and be like, I'm never gonna get out of this situation. I'm always gonna be living at home.
Yeah.
Here I am, like married 2 kids later. That is just wild.
I don't know. Do you get this too? Like, because we were in such like restricted, like we had so many restrictions. Do you ever feel like sometimes like you'll eat a chocolate cake or you'll eat something sweet or you'll drink a soda or you'll, drink an energy drink, you're like, "Holy crap."
I'm
Like, it
allowed to.
hits you for a second again,
Yes.
like the
When I
first
drink
time.
coffee, sometimes I feel like, and they said I shouldn't have never drank coffee.
Oh,
Like
my
they
parents did
demonized it.
too.
Yeah.
They drank it themselves,
I hate when people do that.
but they did that to a lot of things. Like, my
It's the
parents.
rules for me, but not for you.
You.
Yeah.
Yes. Do as I
No.
say, not as I do, kinda thing. My parents, like, my
But we're supposed to be living by example. Make that
yeah.
make sense.
I never got that. My parents would literally drink, like, 1 or 2, depending on the parent, would drink, like, 1 to 2 things of coffee a day, like lattes. And then, there was this one time my little brother was like, "Oh, when I get older, I'm gonna try this latte." My dad went, like, berserk, like, because, he was, like, already plotting to do things and, like, I don't it, like, bothered the crap out of him. I don't know why.
Because he thought he was gonna control them? I don't
I
know.
mean, you're an adult at that point.
Yeah, you can't really do much at that
I'm not
point.
gonna lie. So I used to work a cleaning job when I was in Kentucky, and on my way to I would go to work early just to go and I would get coffee before work, even though I was under my parents' roof. I was like, because I had my own money. I was like, I'm gonna
How?
try it. I would take it to work with me.
My parents had my money, like, controlled it so they could see.
I
How
was
did you get away
fortunate.
with it?
My parents did not control my bank account. They made me go set that up on my own.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
See, no, my parents, we had the joint account,
Mhm.
and they would take all my money.
Oh.
So they would see if I spent something.
Yeah, no.
There was no way I
I
could
probably
spend.
would've left a lot earlier if that was going on. Just knowing me. Like, I couldn't there reached a point where it was like, "Oh, no. This is not ever gonna change. I'm always gonna be controlled like this."
Yeah.
But if it had been something like that, I probably would've left a little earlier than I did.
Yeah, well, I was too
You were
scared
out when you were
when I was 18.
18.
Yep.
See, I was 19
Yep.
because I took a gap year in between high school and my first
Yeah,
year of
that was
college.
what my mom wanted me to do, take a gap year.
I just wasn't allowed to apply to colleges.
Me neither.
Like, okay, they would say they let me apply to colleges, but they would give me, like, 30 minutes to apply. You can do a college application in 30 minutes because we were only allotted, like, a certain amount of time on electronics. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And plus you have to go research what you're gonna do and go in for a tour. It's a whole thing, and they just didn't wanna be involved. Like, they didn't even try
Oh,
to be involved with any of my college stuff.
yikes. Well, thank God that that's over.
Yeah. Thank God I dropped out of college too.
Yeah, college is optional. Depends on
It's
what you wanna do.
yeah.
If you're gonna be a surgeon, yeah, you need to go to school.
Yeah, for a law or an attorney or any of that, like, yeah.
I actually had thoughts of being a lawyer at one point.
Because you like to argue?
Yeah. I like to be mean. Sorry, guys.
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes, and I like to fight for those who can't. So, yeah, I would've been a
Oh,
really good lawyer.
I did think about being a social worker. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
one
I
thing I
had that
thought
thought too.
about.
I just don't know if I could because it's so broken. I
Mhm.
don't think I could.
Handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't do a good job. So, they would have to change some things before I could get in there.
I
'Cause
don't blame you on that one.
if they're gonna have rules where we can't investigate a little bit more and then we'll get in trouble if we try to, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just one
that
of
would
those things.
probably drive me crazy too.
We have to follow a bunch of rules, which, obviously we need to follow rules, but it'd be very hard if I saw something wrong and couldn't do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
that's a good question then. What is your dream job?
I'm actually a doula. Well, it depends though.
Do you
When
wanna
I was a
explain
kid
to our audience what a doula is?
or now, because when
Just
I
do
was a
both.
kid, I wanted to be like a lawyer or no, when I was a kid, pretty sure I changed it 50 times, but I think the main one was like something to do with like surgery or being a surgeon or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There was a season where I wanted to do
You're
that.
like, "Guts and glory."
My dream job though
Hmm.
is being a doula. Does having a podcast count? That's like one
Oh
of my
my gosh, if
dreams.
we could
Yeah.
get paid for doing this and just yapping all day,
Yeah.
so would do that.
Yeah. So that's I feel like we're living that now.
Yes.
Dream job. If I were to do anything in the world though, it'd probably be a lawyer or law enforcement, something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's like something I probably won't ever do.
Yeah.
That's like,
But you'd have to go to, like,
oh, years of
being a
school.
lawyer is, like, yeah. I think it's like 6, 8 years, maybe more, maybe 10.
Yeah, but there's some good lawyers out there though.
I had
And
a
there's some really bad
great one
ones.
when I went to when I got order of protection and stuff.
Mhm.
I had an amazing
Are those called court
attorney.
order? No, what are those attorneys?
Uh,
The ones appointed to you.
What is it? Legal aid.
Yes, okay.
I went through legal aid because I didn't have a job at the time, and they had an amazing guy. I still, to this day, like, I've thought about texting him and being like, "Oh my gosh," like, I still think about that court case. That was,
Mm,
like, the first time that, like, I felt like somebody did something about what happened to me,
yep.
like, for the first time ever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Didn't we have the same county too?
Yeah, we were both
Yeah.
in the same county
Mine
'cause
was a
you
2-year.
were in Harrisonville.
It was a 2-year process though. It was gruesome.
Ours was almost a year. It went a little shorter, but they kept pushing the date back, and it was
Oh, I
driving me
know.
nuts.
Yeah, they like to do that. They have to and I learned it's because they have to prioritize, like, super, like, intense cases
Intense
first
cases,
before
yeah.
which is fair, especially if someone's life is on the line or something extremely dangerous is about to please, yes, they
Yeah,
need to go first. But, of course, it sets you back a while.
yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the people down there. It just didn't go in my favor, and that's okay.
Yeah, my domestic violence charges didn't go in my favor, but
Yeah.
the order of protection did.
How long do those things last?
It depends. The one that I had was 6 months, so you can I think it literally
Can you renew it? Is that a stupid question?
yes.
Okay.
I could have went back and renewed it, but I didn't feel the need to.
I figured that's how that worked.
Mine was 6 months. You can get them for a year, you can get 'em for I don't know.
Can you get them for life?
Maybe?
I
That'd
guess,
be something
yeah.
to look up. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your dream job? If you were to, like, let's say you weren't gonna get married, have kids,
Oh,
what's something you would do?
oh gosh.
Like, the one in your head that's like, "Oh, this is
See,
so over the
that is
top."
so hard because for the longest time, I thought I was more of a career woman. Like I wanted to be in some kind of career and really build off of that.
Like a boss babe?
Yeah,
Okay.
which I still kind of am that way. Like,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with boss
no,
babes.
I don't mind it at all.
You 12 wives be quiet. We like a very powerful boss babe
Yeah,
who's humble and kind.
yes.
I have mad respect for boss babes,
hmm
especially when they are kind.
I thought about that route. In fact,
Okay.
before that, when I was in high school, I was like dead set on becoming like a therapy dog trainer. Which
Ooh,
is interesting because I was still in my captivity days, like, I was still, in abuse,
I
and it's
love
so funny that
service dogs.
I wanted one so bad, and then I kinda got a dog, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is something I wanna do all the time, and then I kinda
Very
was
cool.
like, "Okay, maybe hair." So I got into some
Yeah,
I thought
which
about
I
doing
think you're gonna keep
cosmetology.
pushing for that.
I am, slowly, but
Yeah.
yes, I've started moving into more of wedding hair, so I do that a little bit on the side. Maybe some wedding makeup. Yeah, wedding makeup. I was like, "Is that a"
Yeah, I
um,
remember makeup artists.
it's makeup artist, like wedding makeup. I thought about having my own bridal shop. That was another thing I thought about. Owning a small business is definitely something I thought about.
We've actually thought about doing something like that together,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. I mean, the dream would be to build this podcast so much that like we become really good at editing. We become good at like, our posts look really professional, but still
Mhm.
us, like that kind of
We're
thing.
still learning that. That takes
Yes.
time because
Yes.
my 2 favorite colors are black and green. Her colors are, like, light pinks, light blues, so then how do you combine those things? We both kinda have similar aesthetics. I'm
hmm
more earthy, boho. You're more I like to say earthy boho with some color, if
I'm
that
more
makes
like
sense.
cottage, kind of like a cottage core vibe.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Trying to think.
a
Okay.
little bit. So like, I don't know, like
I mean, yeah, I can see it.
kind of more of a rustic vibe, but with color. Does that make sense?
Yes. See,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
do.
like color.
To me, it looks so lively. I think part of it, and you got to realize with me and her, it's really interesting. We never got to experience like taste and colors and what we like and what we dislike and
Mhm.
decorations. So like
Yeah.
our creativity was limited to what we were given.
Yeah.
And so now it feels like the best thing ever when we get to decorate and we get
Oh,
to
I know.
it feels like a whole new world. You're creating your own environment for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
A
to
safe
just the
environment.
lively
Yeah.
I love being
Yeah.
lively and
light colors,
Yes.
not overbearing.
Yes, not overbearing, clean, but also I want people to come in here and be like, okay, it's comfy. Like I feel at
Yeah.
home.
Okay.
Just because it's like it's creating a safe space for yourself.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
feel like our biggest dream then would be get this podcast to the point where we can sell merch and we can get other podcasts to collaborate with us.
Yes,
we
which we are in talks.
Yeah, we need to do a little follow up and see when that could happen because that
Yes.
I'm eager and so excited. So that would be honestly a dream to come to life would be this right here, our platform.
Yeah.
I would love to be doing this 50 years down the road and be able to look back
Yes.
and be like, damn.
You're like, man, we were stupid, but we had something to say.
Yes. We started off this and look how big,
Yeah.
I'm going to look back. I want to leave a legacy with this podcast. I want my
Mhm.
kids to feel inspired by it. I mean, even maybe them take it over one day.
That would be so cool.
Wow. That would be like us 80 years old and we're finishing up our lives.
I don't know what Mom was talking about in episode 532.
Yes, that would be so cool. So we should sit down though and just come up with a 2026 goal for podcasts and just what
Yeah, what we would like to do. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe add some things. And if you guys they have any suggestions,
Yes.
don't like,
Mhm.
I notice I will confess a little bit. I am very all over the place, and I apologize to my listeners. I struggle with pretty bad ADHD. Thoughts are just constantly at 180 miles per hour. So when I think of something, I want to talk about it, and then I jump to the next thing because I don't want to lose that thing. So
Yep.
I do apologize to those who are listening. Whoa, Lena, you're all over the place. I've had some people give me some feedback, you're kind of middle, all over the place. You gotta stay on topic. So I think
She's got
she
good
helps.
She's got good points. No, I get pretty spacey too sometimes, but I'm spacey with structure. It's weird.
I just feel like I'm all over the place. I have that
yes.
feeling, and my listeners are like, what in the heck are you
Well,
trying to
I think
say?
we've talked. Me and her have talked a few times about that too, because she's like, she feels restricted when there's more structure, and I do too sometimes. But you feel more free when you can just talk and not have to worry about this, and this. So it helps that I can have here's a list of bullet points. Start talking about something. You start going off,
I know.
and then I can.
I
But then that's
know.
okay.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of okay, and tying into that, and then we kind of go down the same.
Yeah, which is why I think we make great hosts.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, we have some fun questions.
We do.
We might get a little juicy here,
We do. They're gonna be so much fun.
Yes.
Yes. If you guys have any suggestions for future topics that you want to hear or any of that, please leave us a comment. We haven't not had much interaction, so we're getting views because I can see all the background stuff. Okay,
all the
talk about us being spacey. Have you looked at our Spotify for creators?
haven't.
We have a percentage of, I think it's 37 to 57-year-old men that listen to this.
Okay.
Which is fun. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Keep watching us. We love it. But
Ooh,
I'm
sorry.
I want to know.
My icky man self is no.
No, I'm I have to know who these people are.
I wonder, guys, why are you watching this?
I saw that and I was like,
weird.
oh, that's an interesting
I do
statistic.
remember, and I feel like, if I'm correct, do we have more men viewing it than women?
No, we have
Or is
more women than men.
Okay.
We do have a percentage of men. You also got to think that with our size that we are now, even if 2 men watch it, it could have a bigger percentage.
Oh.
So it could be 2 men that we know or something like that. She's not disgusted with the men that we know. Just men in general. Not really.
57. I don't know any 50 something.
I can't remember the exact number. It was something in the 30 to 50 range. But I saw it and it made me chuckle a little bit. And I was like, I know who. I wish they showed name.
I know.
I'm nosy. I gotta know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we were gonna ask questions. I just thought you guys
we're
might
gonna
want to
do
know that.
get to know us better. Maybe ask some questions that nobody would typically talk about. Things that we're not afraid to speak about on this platform. One thing you got to know about this podcast is we will not shy away from controversial things. We will not shy away from, hard topics. Whatever it is, let us know. We'll talk about it.
All right. We're going to do some fun. We're going to start out really light and funny.
Okay.
Okay. Between the two of us, who would cry first in a confrontation?
You.
It would be me.
I don't cry that much.
I do. I cry all
That's
the time.
probably not the good thing to be proud of, but
She's getting there. She cries sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I actually had a breakdown the other day with parenting. I was like, oh, finally I've cried. First time in like,
Thank you, Lord.
yes. And I feel better afterwards.
Of course you do. It's
Yeah.
a stress reliever.
Yep.
Okay. Who would Google symptoms and assume the worst?
I could, both of us?
Yeah. I've done this recently, so I can't point
I don't
finger.
know. I just Google sometimes just to know what's going on.
I'm always Googling symptoms.
But I don't know if I go to the worst place.
I don't go to the worst. I'm like, that might be a possibility.
Yeah.
Or that might be a possibility. I'm kind of like that.
I don't think either one of us, honestly.
Yeah.
I would like line out what could be going on and then maybe last resort. Okay, maybe this is more serious.
Yeah. Who would accidentally start a fight by just being honest?
Oh, 1000% me. Yeah, let's just act on that.
Didn't you do this like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
With
Was
me,
it you and me?
and
Someone else.
and-
Yes.
Yep.
Another friend.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've done in other settings. I have other friends that I will like, what'd you just say? And then we'll go down.
She gets in fights with her friend's husband.
They're not fights. We don't hate each other. We just really like to debate.
They just debate for 3 hours.
And there was one time where I ended up crying at the end of it because I was so over it. Like,
you want to know how to get Lena to cry? It's good to someone dying. You know how to debate someone.
Oh, and make it 2 hours.
You guys don't understand. Women can be pastors.
I'm pretty sure that's what the debate was. Not, I'm still learning.
Starts like gun control and cry.
Yes.
Women's rights. They got me going.
Yes. I think that's what I was like, your ego. I'm like, oh crap. I think my ego's in the way too. Yeah. So
That's
funny,
funny.
I'm
tearing
very
up.
passionate for what I believe in. And
You
so
are.
you get me on the right topic, I will go and go and go and try my best not to get my emotions. So I need to learn to debate without getting too much of my emotions. Which
That's
is hard
takes
as a woman.
practice.
That's very hard as a woman. Especially because
I think anybody.
fighting for
Men can too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot
It
of
just
men
depends
that,
on how they were raised. Not your husband. Your husband's like super even kill. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't.
I was gonna say, well, I'm thinking of people like super big popular people on like Matt Walsh, those kind of people.
Mhm.
They've
been doing it for a while.
and they're
too.
able to keep their composure too.
Yeah.
But I'm also only like 2 years into debating, so I bet in like 5 years I'll be a pro at it. So
That's fair.
It's
Who would
fun.
leave a party early without telling anyone?
without telling anyone.
That would be me.
Also, I don't go to parties. They're just like functions. I
Okay, if
guess.
we're talking about functions or hanging out, yeah, I don't really go parties either.
Yeah, we don't party.
We don't party. What
Don't say
our
something.
definition of partying is she comes over with her 2 little girls and they sleep in my bed with me and we watch movies at like 1 a.m.
Or we go down rabbit holes of our exes.
We're not gonna talk about that.
See, the real ones are going down.
We make fun of our exes. It's so
Yeah.
much fun though.
Yeah, that's like our definition. But parties and leaving
We
without
bust out laughing. I'm like sweating at the end of it.
I don't think
I definitely do that.
leave without letting anyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
So
like
then
a lot of.
sure.
I feel like I have a lot of social anxiety. So like if I'm in public, I don't want to talk to people I don't know.
See, I don't. But I'm more prone to leave quicker and faster because my kids are crying and I just get overstimulated and where I'm like, I want to go home right now, so I will leave. I'll just go.
Yeah.
But if it's just me by myself and a stranger, says something, I'll start a conversation.
Yeah.
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 Normally, I'm pretty good about letting people know though if I'm going to leave.
Okay, who would spiral if the other said we need to talk?
Both of us.
We both spiral.
I
When that
think
happens.
no. It's more of like, crap, what did I do wrong? Because our trauma. Every time someone says we need to talk about something, I immediately think I'm in trouble.
Oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm sure it's awful.
We do go to the worst place in our head.
And it could be something like really
small.
minute. Like
Like,
not
hey.
even like that big of a deal.
Yeah. I mean,
But at the same time, we can look at it as a positive too, because I feel like both of us are really quick to apologize.
yes.
In conflict, we don't stay in conflict
For
long.
days. Yeah, no,
No.
I couldn't because I could.
Like
Even with-
maybe a couple hours, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, but I am a person, especially even in my marriage, like I have to resolve, not right then when everybody's
In the
heightened
heat of it,
emotions,
yeah.
but I can't go to sleep until I know we're okay. because I will toss and turn all night.
Mm.
I also don't recommend just going to bed mad at your partner. That's
Yeah.
just not healthy in my opinion.
I grew up with a mom who would, if she was mad about something that I did, whether big or small, she would like
Mhm.
stare at me and give me this like
Oh.
death stare, and she would not stop staring at me. Like so uncomfortable, and you just had to sit there and just like got her back.
oh.
But she would like remind you of what you did for like days after you did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And I think I got so annoyed and so stressed out and just wanted to move on so bad
So
that
that hanging over your head
I can't do
kinda
it.
yeah, I know.
It tears the insides of you apart.
Yeah, my mother would do that even a year after it happened.
Yes.
She would remind me how awful I am. So
Yeah.
we're definitely and I mean, you and my other friends, I will quickly resolve
Mm-hmm.
whatever's going on and make sure I take responsibility for my part too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I have to get past the initial defensiveness, because sometimes like immediately when somebody comes up to you immediately like, oh, you're just talking about shit. Like
Yeah. Hey,
but I
I'm
think it's
still
just it's
learning
again
that
it's
too.
that bit put in that wallet for a second, and then after you like take a look at yourself and realize they're coming from a place that's not trying to like eat you
Attack
alive.
kill you or
Yes.
yeah.
Then you kind of calm down. You're like, you know what? You're right. I probably could have had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's learning humility and it's
Yes.
learning accountability. That's something I've been learning is taking accountability for what my actions were, but I won't take accountability for what you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not saying I'm sorry, but you did this, that, or the
Yeah.
other. Yeah.
I have to learn that with
Oof,
parenting.
that's rough.
Yep. Like bite
That
my
is
mouth,
hard.
Lena. Bite your tongue. Don't say it. I had to do that the other day. I'm like, nope, Jenny, that was me. That's a good question, though. I really like that.
Okay, we're gonna do this next one is gonna be a fill in the blank. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. The first one is when they're stressed, they always blank.
When Maddie is stressed, she will. Oh, come on, Lena. You should know this. Probably eat
scared.
some chocolate, maybe. Eat a sweet treat or stress.
So she emotionally eats. Okay.
Or maybe I don't know. I don't see you under stress a lot, so I'm not.
I hide it better.
I was gonna say.
I'm actually under a lot of stress right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will binge watch. Wait, no, you have to.
No, I do that too.
Yeah, to get my head off.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're an alternate reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it kind of does help with the stress. It's like
Mhm.
it's like something different besides
When
whatever
Lena
it
is stressed, she always, well, I can say one thing. Whenever Lena's stressed, typically she responds in two ways. If I'm on the phone with her, she's typically like, I can't handle it right now. And like, she's very
I'm
like,
done.
she's short.
Yeah.
Or she's very introspective. That's the other way she responds. Like if you're stressed, sometimes you will like close down and I won't hear from her for like most of the day. I'm like, hello,
Yeah.
alive.
Which
Like,
is nothing against the person. I just
No.
like, okay, I need to just
decompress.
or
That's
I
kind of
zone
how she
out.
reacts.
Zone out.
Okay. Next one is their worst coping mechanism is blank. What do they mean by coping mechanism? Like I know what a coping mechanism is, but like
Yeah.
what do they mean by that question? The worst coping mechanism.
Is it something you do like when you're feeling? I'm guessing when
Yeah.
you're feeling a certain emotion. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I don't know.
Well,
TV for 2 hours.
I mean, probably. Okay, let's do this one. Their most lovable flaw is blank.
Lovable flaw. Farting.
You have exposed. I don't fart for reference or poop.
Let's just say we about the most gassy women on.
She ain't lying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
We take turns.
my
We do.
husband's never met anyone that farts as much as you.
I lived with her for a little bit,
Yeah.
and we came back from the gym and was doing abs. Do you
Oh, I
remember that?
We just took turns.
We saw your husband was like,
Oh, I'm out of here. And then the smells that follow.
well, we eat high protein and high
A lot of
fiber
fiber, yeah.
and drink a lot of water, and all those
It'd be going
combined,
through
it
us.
just, air pockets.
That's a lovable flaw. Come on. There's nothing wrong
It
with
is.
that.
There's sometimes I will fart and she'll turn to me and go, "Oh, that one was cute."
It was. It's a certain sound. That's
Well, that kind
quiet
of goes
ones
up
are the
your
smelly
crack a little
ones.
bit. Oh my gosh. Your most lovable flaw.
besides farting.
She gives this look. Okay, this is not really a flaw. So I don't
Yeah, I
understand
mean,
the
I
flaw.
have
The most lovable
flaws.
thing. The most quirky lovable thing they do. I would say
Okay.
more like that. You have this one look that you give like when you're trying to frost, like Parker sometimes, my fiance will sometimes say something and she'll go,
Yeah,
this
that's
like
like hit my button. Are you talking
your
about when he tries
button, right?
when he tries to hit that nerve button? Like see what I can piss her off with tonight.
Yeah,
Hotline.
she knows where all her buttons are.
He'll start talking about, Trump, and I'll be like, you did not.
He's like, yeah, when I make Maddie do all my dishes, and then Lena will go,
I will turn my ear like, what? What? You
and
said
Paisley
what?
laughs so
You
hard.
better get up and do them dishes yourself.
She's like ready to just take his head off. It's so funny. That's one of my favorite things about her.
I was gonna say, I like another one for you is how much you laugh.
I
We
do
can
laugh a
laugh
lot.
at everything, even at the worst time. I
Yes.
feel like we would be the two dummies sitting in church that start laughing when it's a serious moment.
Or funerals, girl.
Oh, boy.
I'm the worst at like serious functions where everyone's supposed to keep a straight face, not a street face.
We're gonna be, although I don't know, when one of us dies, I think it's gonna be sad.
Gonna be like, I know you go first.
Hopefully it's me given the age, but
I mean, I don't know. I take some pretty wild risks sometimes.
oh boy, don't take too big of a risk that I'll lose you. Yeah, we might be. I don't know. I would laugh at your funeral only because I know I'm going to see you again in heaven. I'm not worried. Then we
Yeah.
get forever to laugh.
Right? Oh, I love laughing. I feel like making people laugh, being funny. Like I like being that person.
We
Not
need more
because
of that. Yeah.
I just feel like people they're so willing to relate to you at that point.
Mhm.
Like if you can just walk in and make somebody smile, make somebody laugh, like
And
it's the little things that make.
and in a world that's so serious and so violent right now,
I hate
we
being
need
serious.
it. We need it more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather be
That
stupid
was a
and
fun one.
unhinged.
Laws. Man, we're gonna get some comments after this episode.
Oh wait, hold on, I lost it. I gotta find it now. Absurd. Oh, no, this one's funny. If your anxiety had a brand slogan, what would it be?
Maddie, I'll let you answer that one.
If my anxiety had a brand slogan, what would it be?
Ooh, what would it be? Gosh, I'm anxious about something at least once a day. It would
I know.
be,
What kind of slogan would it have? I feel like this one's gonna take us too long.
yeah,
We'll skip this one.
it's a fun one though. We'll see if we come up with something and then we'll comment and let you guys know what we come up with.
Okay, fill in the blank on this one. They feel safest when blank.
You feel safest when, like, between us? I was gonna say
Yes.
the way you feel safe is being, hugged and loved by Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure he takes good care of you. But between us,
Oh,
I would say we're able to process without feeling like one of us is gonna,
judge.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just, we're able to, like, if I'm feeling really angry, if you're feeling a certain, no one's gonna get mad at each other.
Mhm.
We're just gonna be like, okay, she's feeling that way.
We
Why?
also
And
FaceTime like
at least once a day, if not every other day.
40% of our lives.
Yeah.
Face.
Sometimes it's just us being quiet on FaceTime.
She's doing dishes, I'm doing dishes. I
Meal
carry her
prepping.
around the house as I'm doing things.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll do
We've
that. Been on FaceTime for like 4 or 5 hours before.
We should go back in our log and see what
And
it
just see
is.
how long I've got to do this. Hold on, wait. How do
And
we
then
get?
go to calls, and then so if you go here, you can I wonder if you can.
Wait, call history?
Oh, there we go. What's 50? Here we got 50 minutes there.
That's 2 hours and 26. 2 hours and 33. Then again, we do hang up and call back. So some of these
2 hours and 47, almost 3.
1 hour and 4 minutes. Oh my gosh, we FaceTime a lot. Holy crap. Most of them are like, that's crazy.
An hour long.
Yeah. Yeah, that just goes to show. Yeah, we yap a lot. Yeah.
We feel safe when we can talk about something that happened in the past, or she'll be like, hey, you know that feeling when you get when something happened and we A, B, or C?
Yes, we do that all the time. We compare how we feel when the feelings that come when we react to a certain situation.
And then, for example, she'll say something, did your parents ever do A, B, or C? And we'll both have complete different
We feel like-
outcomes of that.
Yeah.
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 That's a fun question.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel safe?
Oh, I feel like that one was for both of us.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I mean, it is, but I think you feel safest.
When I know I can believe something and not.
Hey, listen, I'm supposed to answer.
Oh, that's true. Sorry.
She said, yeah, let me tell y'all.
She's supposed to be answering that for me. Okay.
Okay, I believe she feels safest when she feels like she's seen and heard. Because one thing I've noticed with Lena is that she a lot of times just wants to be heard and understood and have somebody be able to be like, I understand what you're saying. Because I feel like that's when you feel safe.
It sounds very accurate. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I might know you a little bit.
Very true. Yeah. And I also feel safe when I can share a belief that I know is gonna go opposed to everybody around me,
Mhm.
and someone's not gonna be like attack me for it. Like I just okay.
Like,
I can
yeah.
feel safe sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is they get dramatic when blank. I gotta think about this one with you.
Yeah. Dramatic.
You were pretty dramatic. But then again, I think people are always dramatic and overreacting.
You get dramatic when I don't know. What do they mean by dramatic? Sad, happy,
Any of
angry?
them, just like an over emotional response to something. I know with her, she's like with her kids, sometimes she can be over dramatic in a nice way. Not always. Sometimes it's needed. But like she can be very there's this one time with like we were with Jenny and she was not standing near the road and you're like, Jenny,
Yeah. I'm very much
you're
want to
bit but
protect
yes, and
so
it's not
badly.
a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like she just yeah.
No, I definitely get what you're
You're
saying.
just
No,
trying to
it's
keep her safe. I just
yeah.
like it just find it kind
Well, she's so tiny. My worst fear is like someone
of
won't see her
or
and
snatch
yeah.
her up, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Also, like just I think I've seen so much evil and experienced a lot of evil that I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
I know you think you're independent, all, but you gotta stand right here where I can see
Stay
you.
put.
Yep. I don't know. I don't
I've been pushed to my limit so many times, it's harder for me to be dramatic about things. I would say the one thing, because 'cause I've had to conquer
dramatic.
a lot of fear. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, a lot of my fears have been, I've been thrown into pools and, I've had a lot of my fears pushed. I would say I'll answer for myself. Spiders, girl, I called my landlord. Okay, let's backtrack. There's
But
been
aren't
these
we
giant
all?
ass spiders. I rent out a whole basement for my landlord. And during the summer, I had these giant ass spiders that kept appearing every single day, 2 or 3 times a day. I would see these
Yeah.
giant wolf spiders and they were black. They would come out
Ooh.
of we would literally just be sitting here and they just come crawling out of
That's true.
nowhere.
I remember we were
We were
recording a few
recording. We had to
times.
edit it out. Maybe we'll post it at some point.
Yeah,
I
that would
kept
be
the
super
video,
okay.
but yeah, like they would be everywhere. Anyway, I woke up one morning to go to work and like I raised up out of bed, went to the edge of my bed, looked down, and there's one sitting right in my floor and on the wall next to my trash can over here. And I was like, there's no way in hell I am moving off this bed. Called my landlord upstairs and she was asleep. I made her come down and kill the spider for me.
That's a bit
Yeah,
dramatic.
it was a bit dramatic. Like it was just barricading me in, preventing me from going to work. I would have called in. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm sorry. This spider is standing in my way.
This is why I can't get him to work right now. But then you gotta tell him how big it
It's a
is.
man-eating spider.
Yeah,
Like,
thems are very big.
they were large. Yeah, and creepy as crap. I'm just glad I never found one, like, on furniture. They always were on the floor or, like, on the side of a wall. But I never found them on countertop or in furniture or any of that. They were always yeah. Ugh, no thanks. Okay, here's kind of fun. Who apologizes first?
I think we're both good at that.
I feel like, yeah, we're pretty even on that.
Yeah, because if I do something wrong, I'll be like, "Whoops, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
If she does something, she'll apologize.
Yeah.
Who apologizes first? I don't think we can try and even compete with that one.
No, we're pretty even on that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like that one.
who needs space versus who needs, like, reassurance?
I feel like you would be more reassurance.
Yeah,
I'm more of like, I need some time.
to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty big on the reassurance.
It also depends on the person. Like with Anthony, sometimes I'll need to hear reassuring, encouraging words that, he's not mad at me or something.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person. But for the most part, I'm learning to be confident. Like if someone apologized, they apologize. They're not holding it against me
Yeah.
and moving on from that situation, not holding it against myself for days on end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who brings calm and who brings chaos?
I am definitely chaos.
I feel like we both bring the chaos. I can bring the calm because I know how to be under a lot of pressure, not cave. But I feel like we both do a good job with both of those. We both bring
I'm just very
both.
quiet when I get under pressure and I start to feel overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I try to like take action, take lead if I'm under pressure. Like I'm gonna find a resolution. Something's gonna have to
Oh,
change.
yeah, or, like, when it comes to wedding stuff, like my sister's wedding or something drama goes down, I'm like, "Please, guys, can we just stop?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't watch. One thing that kind of bothers me is like during wedding parties, like women start to get up against each other. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
we grow up. We're not in high school.
Yeah.
Is it just me or do women actually? I've seen the statistics and I've heard men say it. Women tend to hold on to things longer and they don't, they create a lot of drama.
I would say some women do, because I don't feel like you can choose to be that woman, and you can choose not to be. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If you've learned to, like, actually express your emotions and be vulnerable and have I think a lot of women have very shallow relationships with each other, and it's because of that, we develop a lot of
Oh,
relationships, but sometimes they're not as deep, or as trusting, I think, as they need to be.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There was a specific group I walked away from at one point. It was like a mom's group because it's toxic. I wasn't going to do it.
Mm,
Not, in fact, I can't even be a safe, like, I can't feel safe believing what I believe here. I'm not going to do it. There's always someone constantly starting issues. It's like,
mhm.
so I don't know. I feel like women shouldn't hold things against each other for so long either.
Yeah.
We tend to do that too. Not we, but yeah, it goes back to what you're saying. We don't have to be that way. We could have very deep friendships if we just allowed our differences to not rule us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that definitely makes
Like,
sense.
why can't we all have our own beliefs without it constantly it's like if I have a belief and you have a belief and they're complete opposite, which obviously you guys should get to know us a little bit better on that. Why do we have to let that rule our friendship?
Yeah.
That's not worth it to me. Yeah, like,
No.
most of my friends view marriage a little bit differently than I do, and so it just feels like now we all have to have shallow friendships because nobody believes the same marriage I believe. It's not that deep. No
Yeah.
one's right or wrong.
It's not something to break a friendship over. Yeah.
No,
I think
no.
sometimes we just try to make everything, like, the end all be all or, like, way too extreme, and it's not even, like, that big of a deal.
Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like with 2 people with opposite beliefs can actually learn from each other in those. Even though
Yeah.
they may have a different belief of like, "Wow, I actually learned something different from you," or, "I don't believe in that, but I actually find that very interesting," or, we have more in common than we do not in common.
Yeah. Well, I think me and her even first started being friends and everything, like, she was more egalitarian and I was more complementarian. I was a soft complementarian at that point.
Which we would love to do an episode on that one.
I think
Yeah.
we have touched
A
on gender
little
roles a
bit.
little bit. I'd like to
But
clarify because I don't think we clarified enough
now that you're
on
getting
that
married,
episode.
I would love to do a deep
Deep dive on, like, what
my
does that look
goodness.
like?
Yeah,
No.
and why neither or is wrong. That's the other thing. I think there's so much confusion on one person hears complimentary and they hear, "Oh, she's very, very," she gets stepped on, which because most of my friends are, and
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that. But this is why I'm egalitarian. This is why it works for me, and this is what I believe. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
either. So,
define what works for you.
yeah.
Yep.
And it doesn't work for everybody, and it doesn't work for every believer.
Right.
I think we like to equate everything as a believer. You have to be doing the same thing that the other person's doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you have to have the same you have to take that certain passage that I don't know. I feel like we just
Yeah, we take it's like everybody needs to have a certain marriage. Everybody needs to speak a
yes.
different or a certain way. Everybody needs to look a certain way. But that's not for every believer. Not everyone has the same personal convictions
Yeah.
or beliefs. Yeah. That would be something I would love to dive into because
Yeah.
kind of want to clear up the air there.
Yeah. Yeah, when we first started being friends, we leaned different directions on that, and then I did a more deep dive study into it and, just really wanted to know, okay, what does the Bible actually say about the roles and everything, and,
Yeah.
I think I kind of started to realize that it wasn't as black and white, that, women are supposed to obey and all that
And there's
jazz.
very good arguments on both sides too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're both good at using, like, really convincing scripture and stuff like that. It's just you've gotta figure out what does the Bible actually say and then be like, "Okay, and how can I make this work for the 2026-year-old world?" You
Yeah.
know? Because
Yeah.
obviously we don't live in the biblical times. So, you just gotta have to take all that into mind when you're
Yeah, we don't live in the age and the same as the Bible does. But then there's that argument that's like, so it doesn't apply to us anymore. And it's like, oh, gosh.
It just
when.
goes in circles.
It does. It does. But it's not that deep.
Yeah. It's not a salvific issue.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would be like I will say I wasn't going to marry a man who was complementarian, like a hardcore complementarian. Like,
Yeah.
that's one thing I like already in my head. I'm like, one of the questions I would always ask a guy when I, was going on dates with him was, what is your beliefs on like submission in marriage and what does that look like? Does the woman obey or is it a partnership? And yeah, I always got some pretty wild responses and that was like, okay, I'm gonna drop you
Yep.
kind of thing. So
And see, when I was dating, I was the opposite. I was the reformed, gonna obey my husband,
mhm,
but then I went through a really, really bad broken engagement that really altered a
yeah.
lot of that. And then I deconstructed after I was married. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we're always learning. It doesn't stop when you get married.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of the person I am today.
Yeah.
And I will not back down again, ever again, my beliefs just to make someone else like me or love me or accept me. If you don't accept me, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning.
That's kind of the point we both kind of reached is this like, we're learning, we're growing, we're deciding to have grace for ourselves, whether you decide to have grace for us or not. Jesus has all the grace in the world for us. And that's kind of the point of the graceful rebuild. We talk about grace all the darn time, but we know Jesus has all the grace in the world for us. Learning to have all the grace in the world for ourselves. Somebody else doesn't want to do that for us. That's love ya, but that's kind of it's a boundary because it's not something we were taught growing up, and it can become very toxic very quick.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, and we're not also to clarify because we got a comment about, like, at what point do you just keep letting the grace rule everything? That's not what we're saying.
you
You
don't.
can
The
have
grace always rules
always is
everything.
going to be there no
Yeah.
matter what. You are encouraging that person to grow, but there are some things about people that you have to learn and realize that some people have certain boundaries with their bodies that they don't do. Some people have boundaries with, I don't know, what's an example? Like every
Kids, like, for instance, she has certain boundaries with her kids. For a while, I pushed her on something about her kids, and then she was like, "Maddie, this is the way that I'm doing it with my kids." And I was like, "You know what? I'm backing off.
yeah,
If that's something that you believe is going to benefit you and your kids, girl, I won't say another word about it."
yeah,
It's you have to understand the person, like,
yeah.
it's
And that,
okay to push somebody and ask them
yeah,
why. Why do you do that? Why couldn't you consider this? Is it because you think this? Like, it's okay to do that to an extent if you know the person pretty well,
oh,
but
yes, for sure.
there's always grace in the
Yeah, I was
backdrop.
gonna say she stopped talking about it, and also I gave my reasons, and I'm just a very protective person, and for me, while having littles in my home, what I went through taught me I will do anything to protect them from ever experiencing even close to what I went through.
Mhm.
Because the last thing I wanna do is live with that regret for the rest of my life. Obviously, it's not sheltering them and never letting them outside, but there's just certain boundaries like sleepovers, just very certain things that I put boundaries. And also ask the person, why do you choose to live that way? Not,
Mhm.
oh, I'm judging you, but like, what happened to you that you choose to live that way?
Yeah, it's
And you
always
get to know
asking
somebody
questions.
so much better. It's like, oh, that's a really valid point.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me, but I completely understand why it works for
Mhm.
you. Stop being so quick. For example, I've had people tell me you should trust the church and let your kids go into the nursery and all that. Not when they're little.
You're not comfortable with
That's
that.
just something I can't be okay with, and believe it or not, abuse hides in the church very, very well. My oldest, that's a whole different story. She can tell me what's going on. My baby, though, no. I will miss church
I
if you
probably will never put my baby in
yeah.
nursery either.
I don't wanna sit in church thinking, "Oh my gosh." No.
What's going
I
on?
wanna
Yeah.
stay focused, but then also it's just, what we've had to do is just learn to this is the boundary. This is how we have to work with that boundary. But you get to know someone so much better when I'm speaking to the choir here, like, don't judge so quickly and also hear someone's why and their heart behind the why because they have experienced something so painful that they will forever have a boundary that they just can't cross.
And we'll get into all these topics that we talked today. We'll get more into those
Yeah.
future episodes. But this podcast was mainly just to,
Get to know
touch on
us.
some airy stuff, get to know us, laugh a little, debrief what had gone on. these past few weeks because we've been silent for a little bit.
Yes. Promise we got all the content
Yes.
coming up, but bear with
Yes.
us because lots of stuff going on this year. Obviously, we're going to live up to our name, Grace, and just post when we can. We're not living up to anybody's expectations.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're about to start and we'll talk a little bit more in the next episode, but we're going to start a new series. We're basically going to be going through what's called the 5 R's of trauma, and we're going to be talking about like each R in each episode. We're still deciding on whether we want to add like 2 R's to each episode or break them all up into 5 episodes. But we're going to go into that, and
Yes, I'm
we're going to start
excited.
doing series. That is one thing
Yes.
we're going to do
Yeah.
in 2026 is start doing series. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, please, 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 please send us a comment and tell us what you would like us to talk about or discuss or that you're interested in, and we would love to cover it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not,
We're not
Albert
afraid.
Einstein, but we're not afraid to touch things that are crazy.
Please like, share,
Yes.
subscribe, all the things that helps us get more viewers out there, more
Yes.
people. We're so grateful for our 2025 supporters. Thank you
Yes.
guys for being here for us. Really excited for 2026 and all the content we're going to put out there.
Yep.
But yes, please like, subscribe, share. We're on Facebook at The Graceful Rebuild. Instagram is The Graceful Rebuild.
It's at _,
Graceful Rebuild.
I think.
Yes. And then we're on YouTube. So
Yes.
go on the YouTubes. And then we're also on Spotify.
And we're working on a TikTok.
Actually,
eventually.
I do have one request. And I will put this, like, we could put this on our story. Please rate. Go on. You don't even have to leave a comment, but I would love if you guys just went on there and rated an episode or rate our podcast.
Yes.
That helps us get more of a crowd. So if you guys could do that for us, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Until next time, guys. We love you.
Yes. Bye. Have some of that soup.
Yes.
That smells so good. Also, I need to blow my sniffer.